Hello everyone, it's your bud. Today I'm going to be talking about the Circle of Faezres, Faezres. Faezres, I'm not exactly sure on the pronunciation. It is a word describing the energy of the Underdark. For those who do not know, the Underdark is the underneath or the below of the D&D world. And in that world, there's a strange power that permeates it known as the Faezres. Now, please excuse, there might be some noise in the background. I cannot control all of my neighbors as I live in an apartment, and I have to get this recording done. But let's go through and learn about the Circle of Faezres. It is a homebrew, I believe. Yep, it's a homebrew. It's not official content, so let me share what I found. This is a Druid subclass dedicated to the unnatural order of the Underdark. Druids of this circle seek balance in the magics of the mushroom forests and the realm's darkest reaches. The skies are false due to their dedication to the magics of the Underdark. Druids of this circle forsake the skies of the lands above. You lose access to the following spells: Moonbeam, Call Lightning, Sleet Storm, Daylight, Ice Storm, Sunbeam, Firestorm, Sunburst, and Storm of Vengeance. Druids of this order still retain access to the following 8th level spell: Control Weather, because the Underdark does have its own weather system, Haunting Illumination. As they delve deeper into the dark places of the world, a druid of this circle finds light to be a rare and precious commodity. At level 2, you gain one of the following cantrips: Light or Dancing Lights. Bound by Faezres. The power of the Faezres, I'm still not sure of the pronunciation, Faezres or Faezres. I'm going to go with Faezres. The power of the Faezres flows through the druids of this circle, leading them on an ever-darkening quest to find more of it, but also to be wary of the many horrific dangers inherent to the Underdark surrounding in the Faezres. They seek out so hungrily. At level 2, you gain all of the following spells in addition to one of your choice you'd normally receive at level 2. Detect Magic, Detect Evil and Good, and Detect Poison and Disease. A glowing power. A druid of the Faezres becomes adept at finding things in the Underdark. But whether this is through the expanded upon ability to glow or a greater connection to the Faezres itself depends on the circle member in question. At level 4, a druid of this circle must choose how to best serve in the dark. They may take on either the power of detection or an eternal glow. The power of detection. The power of detection increases the range of the circle member's detect magic spell to 90 feet. That's quite powerful. And the Eternal Glow. The Eternal Glow removes the component requirements of the circle member's Dancing Light or Light cantrip. Again, very interesting. Upon reaching level 14, an Eternal Glow will also increase the base radius of the glow by up to another 30 feet, and the dim light produced by it up to another 60 feet. The druid would then retain the ability to choose the size of the light within this new range. And Darkened Understanding. The Circle of Faezres learns many secrets in the dark of the world, whether it be insane knowledge of Loth and her spider servants, or how to manifest sustenance from the innate magic of the Faezres itself, matters little. Knowledge is precious and they will have it. At level 5, a druid of this circle learns the following spells: Create Food and Water, as well as Identify. However, a druid of this circle may substitute the owl feather component for a husk of a spider, which I think is very, very cool, as they're surrounded by the spider tunnels of Loth, and so they should be able to use that component instead of the owl. Pact of the Deep Roads. At level 6, a member of the Circle of Faezres reaches into the arcane magics of the Faezres itself and binds themselves to it forever. The binding grants the circle member several advantages, including knowledge over the language Undercommon if not already known. They also gain the Dark Passage ability and the Soul Reading ability as detailed below. Dark Passage. The druid is no longer subject to the effects of natural or magically occurring difficult terrain. The druid can also ignore any madness or fear checks not caused by a being specifically targeting them, and in such a case, Always roll with advantage. Soul Reading. So this is the second skill you gain at level 6, Soul Reading. The Druid can sense and read the souls of others in a targeted area of 15 feet and may select any location, creature, or object in their sight as the place of the spell's origin. This ability works as though the spell Soul Reading, but does not take up a spell slot and only requires the Druid's focus to function properly. Eyes of the Deep. At level 10, a member of the circle has connected to the Underdark and the Faezres within on an intimate level, providing them with the further insight into the realms beneath. They gain Awakened Detection and Deep Sight, as detailed below. Awakened Detection. The circle member gains the See Invisibility spell, as well as the Detect Thoughts spell, and from here on out may cast any one of the detection spells without paying its spell slot cost once per long rest. Deep Sight. The circle member chooses one of the following spells: Arcane Eye or Scrying, enabling them a safer method of seeing into the depths of the Underdark. So, with further insight at level 10, they gain Awakened Detection and Deep Sight, which means they gain the See Invisibility and Detect Thought spell, which they can use either once per long rest, or the ability to choose one of Arcane Eye or Scrying. And then at level 14, they become one with the Faezres. At level 14, a member of the circle has bonded wholly with the Faezra, gaining access to forbidden knowledge, freedom from base components, Resist Me Not, and their choice of any of the 3 aura options. The aura chosen will be able to be used once per long rest. Forbidden Knowledge. The circle member gains advantage on any knowledge check. Freedom from base components. Any spell of level 3 or lower no longer requires material components to be cast by the Druid. Resist Me Not. Any creature or entity of roughly the same power level of you or lower that would be immune to a spell cast by you is instead treated as being resistant. Likewise, any creature or entity of roughly the same power level as you or lower that would be resistant to a spell cast by you is instead treated as if the spell were cast upon them without a resistance. So, it either reduces them from being immune to resistant, or reduces them from being resistant to just without resistance. Aura of Madness. The circle member can choose to protrude an aura of madness that goes out 15 feet in all directions from the Druid's focus, or a targeted beast in line of sight for up to 1 minute. That's pretty cool. Targeted beast in line of sight, and you can create an aura of madness around it. All beings caught in the aura must roll against the Druid's spell DC, or roll on the madness table. I like that. Aura of Visions. The circle member can choose to protrude. The circle member can choose to protrude an aura of visions that goes out 15 feet in all directions from the Druid's focus, or, again, from a targeted beast in line of sight for up to 1 minute. All beings caught in the aura gain advantage on any perception, investigation, or insight rolls while within the aura. That's also really cool. So that's reaching back more to the ability to reach and see things using the Faezra. And then there's the Aura of Revelations. The circle member can choose to protrude an Aura of Revelations that goes out 15 feet in all directions from the Druid's focus, or a targeted beast in line of sight for up to 1 minute. All beings caught in the aura can use the soul reading ability of the Druid while they remain within the aura. And soul reading again is the spell soul reading, but only requires the Druid's focus to function properly, because that's the level 6. So, and then at level 20, you can become an Arch Seeker. At level 20, the circle member has obtained the highest rank possible and becomes an Arch Seeker, as well as an Arch Druid. As an Arch Seeker, the following spells now count as spell-like abilities and function as cantrips that do not take up a spell slot. They can, however, still be used in higher level spell slots if necessary. Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Detect Poison and Disease, Detect Thoughts, Detect Secrets, Detect Weapons, Soul Reading, Light, Dancing Light, and if somehow known, Discern Lies. As an Archseeker, the Druid is no longer subject to the effects of blindness or deafness, and if not already known to this degree, obtains dark vision up to 120 feet. Well, that's a very interesting class. The closest I can relate it to is the Grave Cleric, or the Cleric of the Grave Domain, which I believe is Caduceus's class in Critical Role, and this is a very interesting one. Something trapped in the dark where there's no light, there's no sky. The only sky is a stone sky. The only light is from fungus and mushrooms. And in that world, they have to either use the power of the Faezres to feel what is there, or they use whatever light they can to detect whatever they can visually. I really enjoy the power of the Faezres and the whole, the Underdark has its own weather system, it has its own order. It could be like, there could be entire empires down there that still have yet to be even discovered, which is really neat. And the amount of power, becoming a level 20 character while not even ever reaching the surface of the world is a pretty interesting story. Who knows how many grand masters of druids at level 20 that can live forever exist down there in the dark, creating their whatever druid circle. It's very interesting. The Circle of the Faezres is one of my favorite. Yeah, it's a really great homebrew. Whoever came up with this did a great job. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want me to do more of these and go through some of the cool homebrews that I found, then just leave this video a like and it'll show me that you want more of this topic. Subscribe for daily videos. I make a new video every day, and there will be a few more of these subclasses from the homebrew eventually, but this is the first one that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so subscribe for more videos. There's a new one every day. Leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching.